What's up, YouTube? We're back again. It's Jared Vapes. I'm going to finish up the Drip the Hype line. I already uploaded part 1 of 2. Part 1, I reviewed their Cinnamon Toast Crunch, and part 2, I reviewed their, actually in part 1 as well, my bad. I reviewed their Sour Patch Kid. This time, I'm going to be going over their, I'll do this one first just because I'm actually going to vape this one in front of you because I don't have a setup with it in there right now, but their Apple Cider Donut. This is a 30 ml max VG juice, 3 milligrams nicotine. This is by Sweet Clouds Vapor, even though the same company, Drip the Hype in New Jersey, sent it to me, so I'm pretty sure it's a branch off of that company or they're affiliated with them in some way, shape, or form. Excellent juice. Like I said, as a little disclaimer, you can run these in, like an IJust 2 tank with a 0.3 sub-ohm coil, but it is going to clog it up a bit because the juice is so thick because it is a max VG. So you need something like a Cyclone tank or the Heracles or something that can fire at around 200 watts, or you just need to drip it. Those are honestly your two best choices, especially for a flavor as well. Because I did try this in a tank, the Apple Cider Donut, and I tried it dripping. And when I tried it dripping, it was fantastic. You got the warm apple cider mixed in with a donut bakery kind of taste, sprinkled with a little powdered sugar. It was awesome. Now the powdered sugar in the tank, it wasn't really. It kind of threw me for a loop. I wasn't sure if I liked it or not, and then I dripped it on a 0.4 build, and it was actually very good. But the one that I'm going to talk about in a little more detail is the white chocolate cheesecake by Drip the Hype. Now on the flavor card, it reads white chocolate cheesecake. It's drizzled with the white chocolate, and it's got raspberries too. So this is the bottle. It's a 60 ml. Once again, I cannot express this enough. I love this company to pieces. Because they sell them for $24 for 60 ml of max VG juice from 0, 1.53 or 6 milligrams nicotine. And for a 60 ml of high quality juice like that, that's very impressive. Child safety cap, glass bottle, glass dropper, the whole 9 yards, and it just has that. They will send a flavor card if you get all of them, but you can kind of get the idea from the picture. So I'm going to be dripping it on Hanger Subbox Mini running at 50 watts. My build is 26 gauge Canthal wrapped 7 times, I believe. It's reading at 0.5 ohms. Was reading at 0.4 a second ago, so I'm probably just tweaked the wire a little bit. But using cotton bacon as my wick of choice. It is my favorite. I'm not really going to upload a review for that just due to the sheer fact that there's really not much you can say other than it's my favorite wick. I feel like it just holds flavor best. I mean, what can you say? I don't prefer to use the Japanese cotton pads. I like my cotton bacon. So this is just 26 gauge Canthal. It's nothing fancy. Just a little dual coil build running at 0.4, 0.5 borderline. You're running off the Addy clone at 50 watts, 0.5 ohms. As you can see, the clouds on this are absolutely ridiculous, and I'm running this on a 0.5 at 50 watts. So if I were to throw this on, a different build, running at like a 0.2 or a 0.1, let's say 150 watts, this would be immense. I'd cloud my whole kitchen. But the flavor is still all there. It's another reason why I don't prefer to build super low. I feel like when you build a little higher, you get a little more flavor, a little less clouds, but still pretty decent. Cheesecake is that's all inhale. You get a lot of cheesecake, and then it gets muted just a little bit on the exhale. You get hit with the 3 other flavors: the white chocolate, a little hint of the raspberry, which is actually more of a smell, doesn't have too much of a dominant taste, and then a graham cracker crust, which really finished it off. Because trust me, there are a lot of cheesecake vapes out there, and they're all really good. The ones that I've had, don't get me wrong. But that graham cracker crust really it put it over the top. It added that little notch. Very impressive clouds balanced with the flavor, which is why I can't really complain with this company. I mean, the prices are fantastic. You call them up, they're right to the point. They're very friendly to talk to, and they sent me these free to review to give my opinion and to share the word. And I'm very glad because honestly, out of every flavor line I've had, Cosmic Fog, Monarch, the Cutwood, some Mount Baker flavors, the Guar line, a couple other things thrown in there that I can't remember right now. There's tons. The Eve e-liquid line, all these different juices that I've had, they're all very good. This is definitely top notch. This is my favorite juice company. They have their cereal, they have their fruit, they have their dessert, and then they have their bakery with their donuts. So they kind of cover all bases there with only 4 liquids that are all max VG. So they're terrific for flavor chasers and cloud chasers alike. Like I said, this is only at 50 watts. Like I'm not even, I mean, that's the most this box goes to, but in general, a lot of people now have boxes that go to 100, 150, 200 watts. You're blowing a max VG on that with this kind of flavor. You can't really go wrong. So I'm going to take a little bit of a slide back so you guys can see a little better of the kind of clouds we're talking about here. Take one more pull. So right off the bat, 50 watts, 0.5 ohms, probably at like a 0.4 to get particular, but this doesn't read to the 10th, or to the single, I should say, the single digit. It's just a great juice line in general. I mean, I have not dripped. I have dripped all 4 except for the fruit one, which I will do when I get more wick because I'm almost out of my cotton bacon, or when I get sick of this one. But cinnamon toast one, I've already been through at least 15 mils of that. I mean, this is incredible. I could sit here and drip this all day and not get sick of it. This is an all-day vape. This is a 10 out of 10 for me. Plus, the cotton bacon really holds the flavor in well. This is not a dark juice, so if you're using it in a tank with your coils, it's not, the right tank, like a Cyclone or a Heracles or something like that. It's not going to gunk up your coils. It's not going to, leave that gross after flavor when you try to put a new flavor on. But it's very, very good. It's not too sweet like a lot of cheesecake vapes. It has a good balance of the graham cracker and the chocolate and the cheesecake and a little bit of the raspberry as a finish. All in all, it's a great juice. One complaint I do have is I wish on the exhale it would be a full-bodied cheesecake with the other flavors combining, because it gets a little muted on the exhale and you get all the other stuff, which it's still really good. I still give this a solid 10 out of 10. This is only the second juice that I've given 10 out of 10 out of all the ones I've had. I've given the Purveyors, the Dutchman, which is like a Dutch apple pie, I've given that a 10 out of 10 easily. And now this one is a solid 10 out of 10. This donut's like a 9.5. Cinnamon Toast is about a 9. And the fruit one, I can't really judge too much on because I haven't really had too many fruity vapes because it's not really my thing. Every time I've tried one, I'm like, I don't really want it. But I give it like an 8, and for me that's pretty outstanding because I don't like fruit vapes to begin with, but that kind of opened my eyes to it. So this company, they're out of New Jersey. They're Drip the Hype. You can find them on Instagram. You can find them on Google. I'm sure if you look up their juices, you'll find them. They're definitely worth your money. I mean, $23 for a 60 ml of max VG juice with excellent flavor and excellent cloud production. You can't go wrong. You just can't. It's just so addicting. It's so good. So certainly check them out. Show them a lot of love. Try to keep the vapor community, going strong with good sized bottles, good flavor, cheap prices. It's what everybody's looking for. Whether you're a cloud chaser, flavor chaser, doesn't matter. Both. It depends on my mood, but most of the time I prefer flavor over giant clouds. It's just me. I want to have a good tasting vape to either wake me up in the morning, help me go to bed, get me going through the day, whatever. As opposed to just seeing a big cloud, even though I do like to throw all that as well. So I will have a review for the Lush RDA coming up in probably about a week or so, as well as the eLeaf 50 watt, the iStick 50 watt. I will have a review for that. Is there anything else I'm missing? And I think that's about it for my upcoming reviews, unless I get any more juice sent into me. I do have a couple more flavors from Vape Moonshine that I have to go over. And that wraps up for this time. So this is Jared at Jared Vapes, and just keep vaping.